cheap. Why are you still coming out of these speakers? I guess it doesn't matter. There's only 3 of us, but why are you still coming out of these speakers? Hey, Art.
Art is muted.
Art,
Why are you muted,
we
Art?
can't hear you, Art.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
That's better.
we can hear you.
It's called, you have to turn the microphone on.
I have to figure out why we can't hear it out of the speakers, I thought.
You have some new speakers?
I did. I brought speakers, so let's try that. Say something, Art. Art's not saying anything.
I'm sorry, I was in
There
the
we go.
middle of doing something else.
What
What was it you said?
Oh, I brought these little USB speakers, and it wasn't coming out of anything.
Okay, is it working now?
It's working now.
Okay.
You got it. Yeah, you got it sideways.
Well,
too.
that's because I had to go and move stuff, you know.
I'm kind of a little sideways anyway, but say it.
Anything new, Art?
Well, I'm still waiting on my power supply for my robot car. This is Yaboom, which is in China, of course.
Yep.
And they assured me that there was tracking going on it, but I haven't even gotten the first notification of it leaving the factory. So I'm not sure exactly when this thing's going to arrive. I ordered it. I could have ordered one online, but the problem was that the documentation on the car is so bad that it doesn't tell you what the power supply is supposed to be, other than the fact it's supposed to be 8.4 volts. So I didn't go ahead and buy it. If I'd bought it from Amazon, I would have had it a week and a half ago. Problem is, there are 2 standards. This is one of those cylindrical connectors. And the one standard is that negative is on the shell and positive is on the pin in the center. And the other one's the other way around. Of course, if you get the wrong one and plug it into the robot car charging system, you may do away with the lithium-ion batteries. So I didn't want to risk that. So I went the route of ordering from Yaboom, and now we're in that hurry up and wait phase. The other thing that I did this week was I got a new, I don't know if you can see it or not.
Oh, a new microphone.
Ice
A
cream.
new microphone. And it looks very spiffy. It's a USB microphone. Problem is that when I plug it in, it takes out my earphones.
Huh.
So I only have sort of one-way audio, so to speak. So I've got to do some fooling around with that. I think it has something to do with the drivers. But I've got earphones that are on USB and microphone on USB, and apparently that isn't compatible. So that's an in-progress testing, etc. Third item I have is, I think most of you know, I have a whole slew of these WISE cameras, the WYZE cameras.
Yeah.
They're $25 a piece and so forth and so on. Well, here in California, I've got 2 of them that just absolutely won't connect. And it's sort of logical that they won't connect because one's out in the garage and one's on the front of the garage. In other words, kind of up where the light is, and it looks down on the driveway, and the other one is in the garage. Neither of those will connect up. So I found a thing on YouTube where you can add an antenna and improve the reception and transmission from the camera. So I got those parts a couple of days ago, and I'm shortly going to add antennas to those. It's kind of a simple, clever thing to do, but it does require machining the case and so forth and so on. So I want to go at it gently, so to speak. So that's it for me this week. Ate in our restaurant for the first time in a long time this morning. Found a restaurant that has outside seating, and we got a late breakfast there. But things are getting worse because of this Delta variant right now. So it's particularly bad in Southern California, but it's starting to creep across the rest of the country.
I went to that another cracked egg place, took Gail there, and escaped with only $42 gone. It was pretty good.
So hi, Vicente. Hi, Steve.
Oh,
I assume that there are four of you there today.
Yeah,
see,
and it looks like Vicente has toys.
Just
Uh-oh.
pick it when I was getting out. Hey, let me take something.
yeah. It doesn't take much motivating to get these last minute note, and
Yeah.
Steve just breaks out his little pack that he brings with it and starts unloading on us. Dang.
I brought this toy from 3 or 4 weeks ago that I haven't been able to, actually probably a month ago, that I haven't been able to mess with.
So what was that? A mini Arduino or something?
I see a Pico or the Raspberry Pi 2040.
Oh,
The Nano 2040.
Cool.
but it's made by Arduino.
But it's an actual real Arduino, yeah. Which means it has support in Arduino.
Yeah. Do you program that in Arduino or
Mm-hmm.
in Bash?
Oh, cool.
Or both?
Whatever you want to do with it.
C++.
How much?
I think that was,
26?
I think it was 25, 30 bucks. I'll look.
Very cool.
So that's supported by the Arduino IDE?
Yep. Yeah, but I bought it, and then we had to move and other stuff, and Ray's waiting.
Never tried.
And I think I programmed one thing on there, and I don't think I ever tried it. I don't think I did anything really interesting with it.
It has Wi-Fi, right? Connection.
Does it have Wi-Fi? Yes, it has
It's an
Wi-Fi.
It's an additional chip.
Yes, it has Wi-Fi.
So is Ray really on the road, or is that his projection?
Ray looks like he's driving.
It's hard to tell with Ray.
That's real.
That's true.
Real.
Hey, right.
So what time zone are you in, Ray?
I'm on Route 4 on the way to meeting
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
okay.
in Ohio. I was at Niagara Falls yesterday, and I hurried home this morning, got some work done, and I was like, wait a minute, today's Thursday. I got a meeting to go to. So I'll be there soon. Did the meeting really start? Does it start at 5:30 or does it start at 6 o'clock?
5:30.
We open at 5, officially start at 5:30. We have a informal session and watch Steve unpack his bag of tricks. Yeah.
I'll be there as soon as I can. Until then, I'm just gonna listen and watch.
Okay. What you got, Vicente? The beats?
This is a CEDA 80 development board. It's called a microprocessor.
Looks like an
used to
Altair
come in a
relative.
plastic, like a book. But the plastic was destroyed. This thing is 20, 30 something years old.
Wow.
I made the box. So,
Bring a USB extension next time soon. He's got like a little bookshelf computer kind of thing.
1983 or something.
Now here's what you need instead of that. That's a really, it's a boom box.
Yeah, but I don't have
I
Bluetooth.
am
USB,
writing a
Oh.
program.
I mean, not USB, Bluetooth.
Yeah, I don't have Bluetooth.
Oh, well, it's got a plug on it too.
I don't remember how to use it.
All in hats. You program it in hats?
Yes,
Like real men.
I know that.
You don't have Bluetooth on your laptop?
I don't think so.
That's weird.
Mine did.
I don't know. I don't like Bluetooth.
I don't either. Actually, that's a pretty well behaved Bluetooth. I turn it on near my phone and it will connect.
If it's got it, I don't see it. I don't see a little icon that says Bluetooth.
Before,
These guys
the
have
old school.
This guy has such extreme knowledge, in-depth knowledge of microprocessors, and he's working with a computer that's 50 freaking years old. Come on, guys. What the things you could do.
Yeah,
Things that you could do, man.
the thing that got me interested in robotics was tab books, build your own working robot kit. It had an 8085 microcontroller and 381.
This is the program.
Amazing. Yeah.
You guys hear that?
Yep.
Yes.
He made it go woo 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 woo. Put that in the police car. Let's go.
The hero horn.
Yeah.
This is the program. It's here inside the box.
Can you guys see the Arduino Nano thing?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, show it.
$25.50.
Yep.
Free shipping. No.
I don't think I paid shipping.
Mauser has it for 2025.
Do they? But then you pay shipping. I don't think I paid shipping.
Now you could run audio out of this. Wi-Fi with audio.
It's
PWM.
yeah.
20 PWM pins?
Well, it's the Raspberry Pi 2040. So you
Almost
could
all of
define.
them.
Yeah,
Can use anyone.
you could define all kinds of stuff with for the pins.
A lot of external interrupts also.
Yeah.
All the lines interrupts. Use interrupts. All the lines can be used as PWM.
Yeah. And
Except 67.
I saw.
All the lines are IO. 20 is number everywhere.
And I saw somebody is building a board that's using this RP 2040, but it's specifically designed for robotics.
Hmm.
So it's got all kinds of servo
Drivers
controls
and stuff.
and wheel drivers and all kinds of stuff on it. It's a cool board.
Okay, what's the crypto IC?
I don't know. I'm going to have to investigate the crypto, I see. It's for $25, so, I mean,
Whoa, 5 to 21 volts input. Sweet.
The weight is about 2 maybe.
If only it was 10 grams less.
if only it used
9
just,
grams.
if only it used just a little bit less power. Nope, I'm moving wrong. That was my toy from, it's gotta be a month ago. I haven't even looked at it since then. It's been sitting on my pile of stuff to deal with.
You use it like a library to use the Wi-Fi.
Here, right now?
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm using the library.
The chip.
Oh, I guess I
I
could.
mean the Arduino has a chip. But
For Wi-Fi.
I don't know if it use AT commands
I
to the
don't,
chip, or it's just a library and you don't bother about how it
I think it's just a library and
Maybe
you don't worry
I2C
about it.
connection or something.
Yeah. I think, I think it's just a library and you don't worry about how it
Yeah.
works.
Sure.
I think it's compatible with the other Arduino
Okay.
Wi-Fi.
Okay, so you don't
Stuff.
worry about that.
And it has built-in RGB LED.
That was what I made work the one time I programmed it. Actually, that was it's using a interrupts or something to do it. It's a separate chip. It's not the it's not on the RP2040. It's
On the Wi-Fi module.
it's on a different module, and you have to do funky things to make it work.
Hmm.
And it drove me nuts for about 2 hours while I was sitting there going, why isn't my RGB light working?
You tried it with something or not? Not yet. You can use both cores to do different programs
Yeah,
in each one.
but the only thing I've done so far is mess with that RGB light. Because there's been too many other things.
How is California? It's hot.
Yeah, it's pretty warm here.
I'll be there next week.
I'm sorry?
I'll be there next week.
Well, the fundamental problem we're suffering with right now is that we're on restricted power usage. So we have to shut the air conditioner off from 3 o'clock in the afternoon till 10 o'clock at
Oh,
night, which of course is the hottest part of the day. But they're concerned about the grid collapsing. So this is on an honor system right now. It's not being enforced, but I figure the longer we can delay it being enforced by honoring the honor system, the better off we are. But it's pretty uncomfortable along about 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, which is the peak.
I'll be between San Diego and Monterrey, 10 days.
Say again?
Between San Diego and Monterrey, I'll be in the coast for 10 days. I'll be around different places.
Oh, okay.
So,
So you're going to be traveling by car?
yeah,
Okay.
my daughter will be in a camp in San Diego, something about whales, and we will be around waiting for her. So we'll be 10 days going around. We were planning to go to Lake Tahoe, but there is a lot of fires in the way.
Yeah, you want to stay away from the Lake Tahoe area. That corner of the state and over into Nevada and up into Idaho
Fires everywhere.
is where the fires are. So far, the air quality here in the Bay Area has not been bad, but the air quality in, say, Lake Tahoe is pretty bad right now. So is this strictly vacation or is this actually a business trip as well?
Just vacation.
Oh,
Her will be in a summer camp about marine biology stuff. So
uh-huh.
we will
That's
be
cool.
around just waiting for her.
Oh, that's cool.
Initially, we were planning to go to Nevada and Lake Tahoe and come down, going around, but the fires is everywhere. Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah, you probably want to stay clear of northern Nevada.
Yeah. I'll be close to the sea all the time.
Ray is still driving.
Where are you, Ray? You are in Ohio?
I'm in Ohio. I'm just about 2 miles away from you guys.
I understood that, but it's far from
Route
here.
4 goes all the way to Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
Could
that.
be anywhere on Route 4 at this point.
Bypass 4. No, it's actually 747 now, I guess. Yeah. 747.
Leroy, how was your confinement last week?
It's very interesting.
You have a new stairs?
We have new steps and they're awesome. I don't feel like I'm going to kill myself going up or down them.
Okay.
The old stairs, you would step on a step and it would raise up. These new stairs are perfectly flat and they're nice.
You don't,
The only-
you don't need to look down when you're going up.
Right. The only thing that I think they've done a little different is the handrail seems like it's a bit lower, which is fine. But when I went to grab it, it seemed like it was a little
Supposedly there is
lower.
a standard for that, right?
They're supposed to be, but seemed like it was a little lower. It may not be. It may just be a perception thing. Maybe because the steps were raising me up, but I don't know. We are getting awesome upload and download speeds right now. I've checked 3 different servers. And we're
So what's the library like? Is it fairly full or fairly empty?
there's not a whole lot of people here.
But there's no cars outside.
Yeah,
It's almost empty today.
there were 3 people in the computer lab when we got here, when we walked in. So I'm getting 91 down and 123 up from Columbus. I'm only getting 24 down and 19 up from Chicago. Yep.
That could be the Chicago end of the wire is the problem.
I'm getting pretty good though, coming out of San Diego, 66, 67, and 123. So, and Steve just got 160 off of something. So,
Fast.com, that's coming off of Netflix servers.
oh yeah, that's a good one that he is. I'm using speed test, speedtest.net.
So Steve, you are changing to Windows or not yet?
No.
I heard
Because
a rumor.
Windows is changing to Linux, right?
Yes, it is, more and more.
I heard a rumor that you like Teams.
Oh, Teams has been such a pain in my posterior. at work. It keeps auto installing every time Windows upgrades and updates.
You
No, go away.
mean that little meet now icon?
Yeah.
Yeah. That just sort of appeared one day after an update.
A password on this thing at some point to buy is. I don't know what it
And
is.
you don't remember.
I haven't got a clue.
It's the most secure password ever. Password 0.
It is.
Minus password 0. Okay.
I'm using, what is it, Dash, something for password handling. Dash line. Yeah, it's Chrome compatible.
Bitwarrant.
Bitwarrant.
Warrant.
Hmm.
I switched from LastPass to Bitwarrant.
Really?
Yes.
I paid LastPass. Sent my money to them.
This one propagates to whatever Chromebook you're using it on, or whatever Windows, or as long as you're using Chrome, propagates. To have it share all the time, you can only be on one at a time on the free version. You have to log in.
I use Notepad. For my-
Notepad?
That,
Oh,
that is
yeah.
very
That's
nice.
Right
too.
now, all them in a file
Um,
point txt.
the one reason why I switched was LastPass, the free version, the app,
Mhm.
you had to pay for the app,
Right.
and Bitwarden, you don't. And that was the one big reason why I switched.
I had paid for LastPass years ago because I thought it was a decent product.
Oh, I
And
think,
then, like 3 years later, I get the way I use it, I don't gain anything by paying for it. So I stopped, and then the next year they started requiring it. So, yeah, okay.
yeah. When I was using it a lot, LastPass was the very first password manager I used, and it was great. I was that close to paying for it. And then I went, let's see what else is out there.
Yeah. No, I'm a fanboy for LastPass. It's on my phone. It's on all of my computers. It does seem to have changed some. Used to be about once a month, every machine would ask me to re-log in.
Mhm.
That hasn't happened in 3 months.
Wow.
So I don't know.
The Chrome extension,
Mhm.
when it updates, when it does a major update, it requires you to log back in. But there's a setting that you can tell it, I just want to use a PIN number or something. So
No,
with Bitwarden, LastPass, I'm not sure, but Bitwarden will let me set up a PIN number.
Mhm.
But if it's a major update, it still requires me to log back in. So, which I guess is okay.
yeah,
The PIN numbers don't sync across machines. I say you have to set each machine up with a PIN
Oh, okay.
if you want it.
yeah, that's kind of neat. That's actually kind of a good thing.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. I'm not knocking that. It's just a pain when you got 6 or 7 machines sitting there going, what the hell's my password again?
Mhm.
I remember my PIN number. I don't remember my password. That's why I have a password manager.
That is my new favorite case. That thing is a brick. I've got, well,
Tell me about it. Return.
slightly warm, yeah.
This is the floor.
Yep. Yeah, it's the best of everything I like. It's got ribs to
Nice break.
give it a little air flow. Yeah, the chip doesn't stick out, which I prefer. I've got right now 15, maybe 18 people with Raspberry Pis at home use RDP connect into our system at work. It's working really well. It's tied in two-factor authentication on their cell phone. So when they go to log in, they get in on their phone and they have to click, yes, this is me.
I have one, and I bought a box, a metal box in Micro Center with a fan and a lot of stuff in the box, but I never assembled everything together. You know?
I tried one with a fan and didn't like it. I don't know, it didn't make much noise,
Yeah.
but it was slightly annoying and a Pi shouldn't be.
Yeah, I've got a fan on one of my Raspberry Pi 3s, and if the fan gets dirty or something, it makes all kinds of noise, and it's annoying.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it keeps the thing cool as long as you keep the fan clean.
This is all up. The case, the chip, the Pi, the wireless keyboard and mouse is under $100. It's cheaper than any diskless workstation on the market.
Yep.
I'm seriously considering trying to use these at work and 3D print a little case that we can hang in the back of the cube. Just toys, and yeah, they work amazingly well.
Well, they are acquiring a lot of experience, you know. They have many years in the market,
Mhm.
and each time they correct problems, they increase speed, everything,
Yeah.
and it's really cheap.
Very handy to be able to tape an SD card onto a postcard and mail it to somebody. Here, do an
Really
upgrade.
the full system.
Yep. I haven't done that. But I can if I need to.
How's going your meetings about Linux? In
We're
the
back in
library?
the library now, in Norwood. We had one last week. I just thought because but Harry showed up, and we all told, I think there were 5 people there, and 4 of us went over to lunch afterwards. That's what it really is. It's the pre-lunch get together.
Call it a Linux meeting, but it's really, let's go find food.
It's a nice coffee shop nearby there.
Oh, no. Gorda is across the street.
Well, this is the restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was with my wife around there lately. There is a nice coffee place.
Really?
I don't know how far from the library, but it's in the same street.
We can't be too awfully far, probably. There's a lot of stuff really close to that. Yeah, it used to be, I could get to the meeting in 6 minutes. I was on Duck Creek Road, and yeah, that was why it was at Norwood Library. Now I'm in
Convenient.
Fairfield. Like, oh man, now I gotta wake up early.
Ray is coming.
He's almost here.
You are using Jimmy Fallon style to come into the stage.
There are people here.
There's not many people.
You have a computer lab.
Creepy, isn't it? It's creepy. Here we come.
Wolfenstein
I
reads-
want to hide everyone and turn off the light.
Where are you?
It's like a first-person shooter, only it's Ray.
Same thing. All right.
There he is. Now we've got echo.
I thought that was you. I heard you. I was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I didn't see you."
Sound muted.
That's cool.
Can I borrow one of those? It's $40 worth if you lose it.
Okay, so here's the scrap metal company. I guess the rep that basically sets how much I get for turning in so much scrap metal. He's been stopped by about every week or so just to see how much is in. Because if he changes out the bin, he gets to charge $275 for redelivery fee. So effectively, he wants to turn through that container as often as possible without getting me upset.
Yeah,
He doesn't want to just wait till it's full, then he makes a small percentage.
yeah.
Problem is that it got there. I didn't put anything in it. I didn't really ask for the second container to arrive. And the local people have been throwing the trash in there and all that other stuff. So he stops by one day and he's just like, oh yeah, I saw the trash, the carpet, the mattresses, and no metal. So I just asked one of the guys to come get it, take it, 8 blocks down the street, take it back to the recycling place. So there's no dumpster for me to monitor, watch, whatever. I might put that inside my shed. See if I can catch a raccoon and find out when the That's what that's for, wildlife, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're devious little baskets.
Oh, yes. Been talking about them some more this past week. You know my issue with raccoons, right?
No?
They broke into my shed.
Ray
They
loves
dug
raccoons.
8 holes in the floor of my shed. And they ate anything they could. Carpet, styrofoam, rubber. They destroyed bunches of stuff, pooped on all kinds of stuff. They got upstairs into my RC airplane, destroyed, ate through, dug through, destroyed $6,000 worth of RC airplane equipment. They just decimated a motorcycle was there. Everything's there. I mean, it's just about all lost. If it wasn't made out of steel or really inside some kind of a cargo bag, they destroyed it. It's so nasty. We cleaned it out once. A couple months later, it was getting bad, and we cleaned it out again. And I'm too depressed now. I'm actually going to cut the support legs off of there's 4x4s. They're supporting the shed. So I'm going to cut all those off and jack it up about 2 feet and reconnect all the support legs. Put on more 4x4. Yes, thank you. Okay. So
Guardians of the Galaxy.
if I can jack the whole building up about 2 feet, it allows more sunlight to get in there. Air for making sure that it doesn't rot more. But it also kind of dissuades and doesn't encourage raccoons to be under there at all.
Right.
Because you can see under there. There's not raccoons, is there? First I thought they're kangaroo.
Yeah.
Art can't see it.
That's gonna be another project.
Art doesn't need to see it.
The whole Milton Journal thing took a swing last week. I got in there, I actually installed LED lights in the entry area, so it's 3 LED light units. And then the next room is actually like 50 by 60 feet. It's a big bay room. Maybe it's 50 by 50. Yeah. But I installed a whole bunch of lights in there. Hooked up the generator. That was a lot of work for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Because it was tearing stuff out, new wiring, new conduit, a whole bunch of stuff. But a guy called from Minnesota. He is working with the city of Middletown to install a new hotel and a conference center. Do you guys know about that?
Not really.
So they're wanting to grow Middletown. But evidently the people that, you know, like the manager, city manager doesn't know how to do it. The employees of Middletown don't know how to do it. So they're employing a specialist that really is going to be investing in Middletown. The guy wants to invest like $100 million in Middletown. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, sure. So, you know, the economic development, the city planner, you know, the Middletown city manager, a bunch of guys, you know, mayor, all that stuff, they were in a big to-do yesterday because the guy came into town yesterday. Well, he came to see me the day before yesterday because he wants to buy the journal building. So,
Ray's thinking
Thinking
it's
I'm
time to get out of the general
maybe I want to
building.
get out of the journal building. You know, I did all my numbers, and it's going to cost me another $600,000. Now I'll have $850,000 invested in the building when I'm done. If I were to go through it all and do like a 2-year plan for renovating the building, it's expensive. I mean, there's 3 elevators. All the electric has to get redone. There's like 5 heating air conditioning systems. They all have to be redone. It's an expensive deal. You know, there's lots and lots of, there's probably 30 offices. All of them have to be refurbished, redone. And there's lots and lots of carpet. There's $140,000 worth of windows that are already going in. So the roof is almost done. The windows are like mid-stroke. But it's just a lot of stuff for me to do because I'm not a giant 50,000 square foot guy. I'm not. I never took that kind of training to learn how to do that. It's a big undertaking. And so this guy, he renovates cities, and they're gonna repave roads and make more roads and put in a convention center and a whole bunch of stuff. And you know, obviously, if they're going to have a convention center, they don't want it to be surrounded by crap buildings. And so they're working with some of the other business owners to make sure that their buildings get renovated correctly. Well, instead of just helping me to renovate, the guy is actually quite interested in buying the journal building and doing the renovations and stuff. So, if I go ahead and go through with my own plan, it's going to cost me $900,000.
You have opportunity to go back to robots.
Yes, it is. Okay,
Well,
but
did you talk to him a little bit about a makerspace there or anything?
I don't know what his plan is.
He's got his own.
His own idea is banquet hall, bar on the bottom, and then there's maybe some offices up front. But it's a miniature convention center, really.
Like Middletown needs another bar.
Right. The bars,
513 club?
the 513, besides all the other bars, the 513, 513 Lounge. I mean, in the past 6 months, 2 people dead. And,
Yeah.
And when they leave the building, you know, the parking that's there overflows into my parking lot that's right next to it. And one of the dead guys was actually in my back parking lot. You know, puddle of blood. The next day, there's a whole bunch of candles, the whole deal. And I kind of felt guilty pushing the candle, throwing them in the garbage bin.
A little guilty, but not that
Not
bad.
too bad. I'm guilty. But you know, just the fact that, hey, I have to do that, there's bullet holes in my garage doors, I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
And then they don't want to let me put in glass block anywhere. But my opinion is that glass block stops bullets better than, you know, aluminum garage doors.
Yeah.
So.
And it's certainly easier to repair and
Yeah.
keep looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got sections of my building where they're trying to do a 3-point turn on the side of the building, and they just drive into the building because they're
Yeah.
drunk.
Yeah.
And I'm livid about that. There's nothing I do. I can't even go buy brick to match.
This wasn't your building, but this was
You did
30
something?
years ago. I was driving a semi with a bunch of pipe on it. And one pipe crept out, sticking out 5 feet behind the back of the truck. And I saw it. Some guy beat his horn. I pulled over and saw it. I pulled over in a crowded parking lot. Backed up next to the building. Just slowly push it.
You use their building
Push
to
the
push
hole.
the pipe right back into place.
Nope, the pipe stayed where it was.
Push
Pushed
the
a
hole into
hole
the
in the
building.
Kroger building.
We're at about 25 seconds, Leroy.
Yeah, I'll get the second meeting started here in a second.
That's
And I got out of there really fast.
yeah, that happens.
So I'll apologize to you for that transgression
them.
on my part.
Now you can tell right at the height exactly
Oh, yeah.
where the
bumper.
brick is. There's a bumper.